Welcome back, everybody.
I feel like the kid that gets shamed by their parents because we always promise you guys things like that we're going to be here next week and then we're just nowhere to be found.
We're just gone for 2 months.
But that's what you get for believing us.
Yeah. So what we've taught you essentially is expect the absolute bare minimum so you're not disappointed. And so with us, that's nothing.
Literally, set your bar
So
at
you're
the
not
ground. So at least you can expect the worst.
But we're trying something different this time. Something interesting. Something that's kind of a little bit scary. And Masaki, you can let us know what you think. But we are not going to edit this episode. I'm just going to download it as soon as we're done and put some music at the beginning and the end. And then we're just going to upload it. And we're just going to hope that we don't end up getting ourselves canceled or something like that because we didn't watch it back.
Yes, you're getting the full uncut version of us. This is us, baby,
Right.
raw, and here to give you entertainment, I guess. But with that being said, my name is Ken, and I'm a mess.
I'm Cee Cee, and I'm living in two-piece sweatsuits now. So.
And you're doing it so well. That's the thing. That's the thing. And this is Yikes.
And welcome to Yikes. Yeah. So there's a lot that's happened since the last time we were here. Like I said at the beginning of November. Just a couple of things. Thanksgiving.
Oh wait, oh my God,
Christmas.
Has it really been that long?
I really think it's been pretty close to that long. It's been a very long time.
Oh my gosh, well, I hope you guys had a good holiday, good start of your year.
Hanukkah, New Year.
We skipped through all the holidays.
Yeah, we just decided to skip through all of that. But honestly, I feel like I've skipped the last year of my life, so I'm not that pressed.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
What's new with you?
Not much really. Still just working from home, living my life out of this little studio box. Like I said, I am living in two-piece sweatsuits now, and I kind of am living for it because you are wearing sweatpants and a hoodie, but you look like 10 times more put together.
Yeah.
And so I think this is just like my new, this is my new uniform. So
I'm into it. It's comfort, it's cute, it's athleisure, it's everything.
Right. Thank you. What are you up to? How's your life been since November?
My life has been okay. It has been okay, actually.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Yes, me too. I've just kind of been vibing. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I rearranged my room because I was hoping I was going to put some serotonin in my brain, and it didn't. But my room's different, so that's cute. And that's all that there is to that story.
Right. Yeah. You tried.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a win.
And I also am currently wearing a sweater vest. I think that's what these are called. But I've been trying to figure out a way to switch up my style and stuff like that. And I'm just trying to make sure I don't look like a grandpa still. I mean, because that's still cute, but like cute version of that. So yeah, the only way that I've figured out how to wear these is without like anything under them. Because when I do have anything like under them, I feel like I'm 80 years old. So
it does look like something my grandpa would wear, but he's 90, so
he's
making her 90. I actually though, I've been kind of into that style. I needed new glasses because I haven't had new glasses in the last 2 years. And mine are just like shit because I scratched up like one of the lenses. So, and it's my lazy eye too that's scratched up. So I literally just can only see out of one eye when I wear my glasses, and they're not even the right prescription. So that sucks. So I got new glasses. Actually.
Girl.
Oh yeah, I'm a contacts girl. I cannot see. But I got new glasses and they actually match my grandpa's. They're those like wireframe aviators. I'm so excited because I only wear them like around the house. So it didn't really matter. I don't know what they're going to look like because I ordered them off the internet, but we'll see. Maybe I'll wear them if they're cute. But they're like rose gold, and I'm going to pull up to his house one day and be like, we're twins. What do you think?
It's gonna be like, this bitch stole my look.
Yeah, I'll wear a pair of khakis and a cardigan, and then we can really be twins.
That will be the moment.
So before we started here, you said you had something you wanted to talk about from TikTok, and I'm still wondering what it is. Like, so I want to
Mm.
know. Explain.
Yeah, so this is very, very like hot news. Okay, this is happening as we speak, and you guys, might be happening when you guys hear this, since you're actually going to get it at a timely manner. But
Today, yes.
yeah, yeah. But no, it's basically like people are posting on TikTok and they're like, "Oh my gosh, like let's make one of those like little hype group chats for our Instagrams, like Instagram DMs, and then like just like hype each other up and like all that good stuff." And I'm literally like a cloud chasing whore that needs validation. So it was very much what I needed. And it was to the point where like
Right.
literally I was swiping and like that was the only thing I've seen on my like For You page. I don't know why, that's just me. But I kept commenting and I couldn't get in any of these because whenever they hit my For You page, just already like 2,000 comments on them of everyone's IG handle. But so I was like
Wow.
commenting on so many of them and then somehow got added to like four at the same time. And these girlies do
Babe, put me
not
in.
I actually will. These girlies do not stop talking, but it is very nice because it does give you that little bit of external validation that everyone needs and craves for sure. Um, but also like totally forgot that I'm kind of like an adult now. So there's also like 14-year-olds who like have been commenting on these TikToks, and we're now like in these same group chats. And I'm like, what do we have in common? But I mean,
Right.
it's good chat, good fun. It's a distraction from doing my classes. It's everything I need. And I mean, people are actually like going ham and like giving everybody the hype that they deserve. So I'm really into that. I'm really into that. But there
Yeah.
also are like adults in there as well, which is nice. So I'm not like the only one, but it is like a very interesting mix of people. I'm curious to see how long these will last. But oh my gosh, even people were even putting like their little businesses in there, and like people were hyping those up. I
Oh
plugged
my gosh.
LA, and people were like, "Oh
We
my
love
god,
that.
so cute." So yeah, like it was very fun moment. I do recommend.
Yeah, that sounds like extremely positive.
Yeah.
Which normally, like, they're just groups on the internet where you like talk shit about people. This one's like, let's have a group where we're just all nice to everybody.
Yeah, it is a little overwhelming because like as soon as
I'm
someone gets in
sure.
the chat, everyone's like, "Oh my god," like that type of shit. And now like I think one of
Yes.
them, they're like sending each other's like exes and like dragging them, which I mean I'm sure that's also very healthy, like and just good for the self-esteem and whatnot. But
Right.
yeah, it's a fun moment.
Imagine though you put your ex's handle in this thing so they can all drag them and their page analytics. They're like, well, I have 4,000 people been on my page today.
Literally. uh,
4,000 people been checking out my Instagram. I don't want to give my ex that kind of clout.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
just
That's
cruel.
very true. Very true. I would only send a screenshot.
Yes. I saw something. Well, actually, I didn't see something. My friend Maddie sent me this TikTok yesterday. And it's like a danger zone checklist of like your ex or current like significant other. I can send it to you. It's like 100 things. And if they check a certain number of boxes, they're a different level of scale of danger. And I'm fascinated by that.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah, it's very funny. TikTok really be out here looking out for people though. Like, I
No,
love that people on there really like, let's make sure that you don't have any people play you. And if they do play you, let's talk about why they don't matter.
yes. And then they're also like TikTok's also like, okay, let me also teach you how to properly make a burner account to stalk your exes or your people that you hate account. Like literally, we should just change this fucking podcast to a TikTok stand. Like we are
Yeah.
just giving them promo. We talk about it every single time. But it really
Yeah.
is that
Well,
girl.
there's
She is
nothing
the
else
prettier
to
sister.
do. Yeah, she really is. I made that pasta that everybody has been making with the
Which
like
one? The
feta
vodka
and the
pasta?
tomatoes and then well it's like you put tomatoes, grape tomatoes and feta in a pan and then you bake it with a bunch of like oil and then it turns into a sauce when you take it out. It was actually bomb. It was so
Really? I
good. 10
haven't
out of 10
seen
would
that.
recommend. And a monkey
See,
can make it. Like it is so easy to do. It is so easy to do. Well, actually, I mean monkeys are smart. So a dumber animal could make it too. It was really easy. And so good.
Mm.
So
Maybe I
we
need
love
to give
that.
it a try, but I'm still trying to convince myself. I mean, one of my New Year's resolutions, because those are still relevant because we haven't talked to you since then, but one of my New Year's
Right.
resolutions is to start cooking. And we're a month in, and have I done that? No. But I have watched my roommate cook. And I feel like by osmosis or something like that, the information is getting poured into my brain. I feel like
Right.
I've taken a trip, eaten some
Like
exotic
Food
food.
Network Live.
Yeah, yeah, very much that. Um, but I just like it's something about like I just cannot like consciously like shop properly while saving money and
Mhm.
doing it like efficiently and like not having all the food go to waste. It's just not something that I am capable of doing. Maybe it's because I am not yet that adult, but I don't know. But I have been seeing a lot of advertisements for like that Hello Fresh thing. Have you
Mhm.
heard of that? Um,
Yes.
I don't know if it's expensive or not. They said it's not, but that
It's
sounds
not
very
super
nice.
expensive.
That they just like send you
And
everything you need and you just make it. Like, bitch, I can do that. I can do that.
yeah.
So maybe I should do
It
it.
is pretty nice. Yeah, that's smart. They advertise on like every podcast ever, like with an audience. They do have mid rolls. Everybody reads HelloFresh, and when you do that, you get like a code. So like, look it up, find one with a code, so you can get some free stuff at the top. Um, but
Ooh.
it does seem like it's pretty easy. But I don't know. It is really hard to shop, especially for one person. It's really, really hard to do. I'm still bad at it. I've just recently gotten a lot better at knowing how much food I can realistically eat in like a week before it goes bad. But then you buy like vegetables, you're like, I want to be skinny. And then you get vegetables, and then like before the week's over, you can't even use them. It's like, well, this is a waste of my time, money, and
No,
effort.
literally, time, money, and everything. Like, why did I even do this? I very much feel
Right.
that. Oh my gosh, speaking of like food and whatnot, my boyfriend and I made a charcuterie board for the first time like
Hmm.
recently, which okay, I have a lot of opinions on that. For one,
Okay.
I did not know how fucking expensive they are to make.
Cheese is ridiculously expensive
Yes,
for no
like
reason. Cheese and nuts.
yes, it was everything on a charcuterie board is expensive, baby. Even like the jam that we got was $7. Like it was so much.
Mhm.
And so this was like an idea of his. He was like, "Oh my gosh, we should totally make this." And I was like, "Yes, like sounds good." And then he was like, "You know what? Let's not make a list before we go. Let's just, go to the supermarket and whatever is calling our name, like we'll just get that."
Right.
And then we get there and he's like, "I don't know what to get." And I'm like, okay.
I was
So
kinda counting on you here.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it was literally one of those things. We were both counting on the other one, and so we're just standing there like Sims, like looking at all these cheeses, just like not picking one. But I'm like, I literally know it doesn't fucking matter, like which cheese we put on this fucking platter. Like it's going to be good
Right.
regardless. It's just about
It's
the
cheese.
presentation. But
Yeah.
yeah, like we only got two cheeses, like one meat, some crackers, some pepper jam. Which if you've never had that,
I
bitch.
love pepper jam.
Okay,
I have
yes.
some in my fridge right now.
Woke queen, yes. Pepper jam and then like crackers. And it was $50. $50 for the two of us
Where
to
did
get
you
a
buy
snack.
it?
Harris Teeter.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yes.
That
Yes.
seems wrong.
I was like, I don't know if we're doing this right or what, but like this is not a two-person thing. It's definitely a party moment for
Right.
sure. Like it was still
They are
cute. The presentation
definitely
was
expensive.
there. But yeah,
Yeah.
would not recommend for two people again.
Yeah, they are definitely expensive. $50 for that sounds I don't know what kind of, like, golden cheese you bought,
I
but
mean,
I hope
we
it was
got Brie
good.
because, Brie is that girl. Like, I mean,
Mhm.
so good. But we got Brie and then like one mozzarella and then like a salami. And yeah. Anyways,
I'm so confused.
somehow ended up to be 50 fucking dollars. But
I'm so sorry to hear that.
yeah, it was good though. I ate
So
it.
cheese and crackers and meat is always good. Like, it's never not good. Any way you slice it, like, it is always good. I want the part of quarantine where we can go outside again, where it's not like today, it's literally 45 degrees. And when you're listening to this, if you're in the area, then it really is 45 degrees because you're gonna hear this today. But it's like so freaking cold. And I just want the time where we could go outside. Back in, I want to say like October, my friends and I did like charcuterie in the park. And we had four people, but we had enough for way too many. Like we had way too much, but it was gorgeous and it was wonderful. And we just drank champagne and sat there for like 4 hours. And that was great. I miss it.
That does sound like the
I
moment.
want the I want the part of quarantine where we're like whipping coffee, going on random walks, watching Tiger
Yes.
King. I want that part back.
It was like a moment. It was like definitely a cultural reset. I feel like we were all just, like trying to find hobbies and like shit to do and like just vibing. Like, I don't
Right.
know. Yes, I definitely do miss the warmer weather. Like, and for a second, I really thought it was coming back because we had like a few days where it was like not bone chilling cold. But then like
Right.
it's literally just been raining and really gross, and I'm not really into that.
I know,
So
but it snowed. That's kind of
yes, yes, we got a brief dusting. I was asleep
fun.
though, which
Me
ruins
too.
the part of snow. Like, and then it was also gone by the next day. Like she literally said, "I'm
Yeah.
out." But
If it's gonna be really cold, it has to snow. That's just my rules. I don't want it to be really cold and like give me nothing. Like if you're gonna be cold, like do it all the way. Don't just halfway, oh, it's just cold outside. No, snow. Or
very
don't.
much. And a thing I loved about North Carolina, like growing up, was the fact that, like, bitch, if a snowflake touches the ground, school's canceled. Period. Like,
Mhm.
uh, that was so nice. Like, that was another reason why I love snow days. They were just the best. But I will say though, I do like snow, like as it's actively falling and like when it's all pretty and
Mhm.
whatnot. But once that shit starts piling up on the side of the road and it's all like dirty and gross, I'm like, can you go? Like, this is not it.
Can we do something with this?
Yeah.
Do you think that people are gonna have like snow days? Because I don't even know if like kids will like get snow days anymore now that people know that they can teach virtually, which kind of sucks,
Oh my
right?
gosh,
Like
I
that
didn't
was the
even
fun
think
part.
about that. I feel like we would still like once life is back to normal and we're not doing anything online, I feel like we'll still have snow days because like it might be too much to like, like switch over for one day. But I don't know. I don't know. They love ruining a child today. So maybe, maybe they won't do that. I don't know.
Isn't
But I
that a
do
mood?
appreciate the ability for us to do everything online. That's very nice.
Yeah. I honestly I hate sometimes that I'm in my house all the time, but then other times I like think about how I just wake up and like get my computer and then I'm working. And like that's so nice. I don't have
Yeah.
to worry about going anywhere. Also, this is like such a privilege problem, but I was complaining to my mom about this yesterday. So when I leave my house, because I park on the fourth floor of a parking deck, I have to go in circles for, I've timed it, 2.5 minutes. Circles for 2.5 minutes every time I leave and every time I get home. And that is so privileged, but it's starting to drive me insane because everywhere that I go takes at least 5 minutes because it takes me 2.5 to get down, 2.5 to get back up. And that's all I have to say. It just drives me insane.
That's fair. The
Oh,
monotony would get me eventually.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's kind of just like just how life's going right now. We're going in circles and you're literally physically going in circles. Like,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
that's too much. You can't have both.
No. I don't know why we got there, but that's still something I've been thinking about since it bothered me last night. Also, what happened last night, I needed some shower cleaner and some vinegar. And so I drive my little 2.5 minutes down and I go down the street to Publix and I'm going to check out in the self checkout. And I'm standing there. I look at this dude who's in front of me. He's like so tall. And I'm like, damn, you're really tall, dude. He turns around. It's somebody I went to college with. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready to run into people that I went to college with in the grocery store. I
uh,
don't want to do it.
oh my gosh, how was that interaction though?
I mean,
Did
it
you
was
guys
good. He's nice. He lives nearby. I was like, oh my God, cute. Me too. Thanks. I
moving
was just not
on?
prepared. Yeah, I was just not prepared. It was not it. I was like, well, I thought I was done with this. Like I thought I moved at least somewhere else where I didn't know enough people to where that wouldn't happen. I hate running into people in the grocery store. I feel
It's
vulnerable in there.
so I just like hate running into people. Like in general, like no matter where it is, just because like I don't know where I became like or when I became like socially awkward. I think this is something that happened maybe during quarantine, but
Mood. Yeah.
I'm just like, how long do I speak to you? Like, am I asking too
Hmm.
many questions? Like, is this supposed to be like one of those moments where we're just like, hey, move on? Or am I supposed to
Right.
like ask like, questions. And
We're
I'm
supposed to
also,
talk
oh my
about
God,
something.
yeah, I'm really bad about it, like, especially, like, when I see someone on the road, like, in the car or something like that, and I'm, like, at a light or, like, going, I don't know why I always, like, try to engage in conversation, and it's, like, too long, and then it's awkward because I'm, like,
Yes.
it's too much. I hate the interaction. I hate it, I hate it, I
I
hate
hate
it.
that too.
It's the
I
worst.
that one, the car one is even bad if like you see one of your closest friends. Like that is never pleasant. Like if you and I pulled up at a light next to each other, we're best friends, we would still make it awkward. And
Yes,
we would both hate
literally.
it. Honestly, let's just make a pact right now. If we ever pull up at a light next to each other, we're just gonna wave and that's it.
Yeah,
Like
no windows down. It's just I'll text, "Oh my God," like,
right.
but
Yeah. Call me when we've pulled away and
yeah.
then we'll talk then.
Yeah, I don't need that interaction. It literally makes me wanna peel, like, my skin off. Like,
No.
everything about it is unpleasant. I'm sorry. And it's, like,
Oh,
not even
okay. So
about the
this is
person.
no, it's not. It's literally not. It's just it could be absolutely anyone. It could be my mom. Mom,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. But I just
But
don't want to engage. I'm sorry.
no. Well, if you ever see us at a light, it's nothing personal. It's just we get nervous.
Yeah, literally a little nervy. Like, I might just have to walk down the other aisle in the shopping market if I see you. I'm sorry. If I can, like, not engage, I will. Like,
I know.
that's me.
The worst part about yesterday too was that I was in line behind him. So like even if we finished talking, like I was still
You
just
still
gonna
gotta
stare at the
stand
back of his head. Yeah.
there.
It's just like, okay. Okay,
Uh,
so I want to talk about something else that's awkward. I was looking at Twitter while I was waiting for you to get on. And there's this hashtag going on today that's here for Charlie, which is about Charlie XCX because apparently her friend passed away, which is so sad. Um, but Charlie D'Amelio saw it and tweeted like, "Oh my god, thank you guys so much. I woke up and saw this trending. Like, I love you all so much. I so appreciate you." She thought Here for Charlie was about her. Imagine how like that would be so upsetting to me if I did that.
Oh my God, that, like, literally makes me wanna fold inside. Like, I could
I
never, like,
I know.
mm-mm.
I saw it and apparently she deleted it, but people of course are posting screenshots of it. And I like it's such a small thing. I also don't care about Charlie D'Amelio at all. Like some people who I know who are like 20 something like I am for some reason are still obsessed with her even though she's like I don't what is she like 15, 16,
15,
something like
16,
that.
something like that.
Weird.
Yeah, I can't with
But
that. And also,
no.
like, never would I wake up in the morning and, like, even if I was famous, like, see something like that trending and be like, I just woke up and nothing has happened to me, but this must be related to me. Like, why?
Right.
Like, do some research, girl. Come on. Like, you
Yeah. It's like all you had to do is click on the hashtag and then see it. I don't
literally.
know. That just made me so like secondhand embarrassed for her where I felt like I needed to talk about it. I mean, I guess if I I mean, I did a lot more stupid shit when I was 15. I'm just glad that it's not like on record, you know, like nobody was watching me too hard. Like it's gone. You can't really
For
find
sure.
it.
Oh my God, if I had access to well, I did have access to a camera, but, like, if I was, like, recording myself at the age of 15 for, like, clout, like, the way that, like, basically, like, that's her career now, like, it would be so bad. Like, it would literally, like, they would rip me to
Right.
shreds. Like, I was a cringy 15-year-old, like, I will
Oh,
admit
me
it.
too.
So,
Me too. I
good
had
on
like I
her.
actually did wear glasses back then and I wore like beanies all the time and like flannel shirts. Like I was giving you like full blown I'm a hipster in a coffee shop vibes when I was 15. And if that was living on the internet forever, first of all, nobody would like it. I wouldn't have any clout because nobody would like it. And second of all, if that was still able to be found, I would just be so upset. I've gone through most of my Facebook to try and delete any evidence of that have ever happening to
Oh,
me. And
yeah,
also when
like,
I was
you
blonde, none of that,
it's
none of
bad. Yeah.
that.
Good luck trying to find something for me that existed before, like, 10th grade. Like, I scrubbed the internet. Like, I was like, "This is not be out here with me." But speaking of, how different do you think you would be if you were 15 right now in, like, 2021?
If I were 15 right now,
Because, like, maybe we
that's
wouldn't be cringy. I feel like 15 are what are 15-year-olds up to right now?
that's a great question. My brother's 14, but I don't think my brother's a good judge because my brother's actually like 50. He's just stuck in like a 14-year-old's body. I honestly don't know. I feel like I think it would probably still be pretty bad, honestly. I think because I just recently figured out what like there's still things from college that I look at and I'm like, "Oh my god, why?" Like, why? So like I think just recently I figured out I don't think I think it would still be bad. I don't know what I would be like. I'm trying to think of what side of TikTok I would be on if I were somebody looking for clout like that. I have no clue. I'd probably be
Same.
doing some musical theater mess, which would be kind of upsetting, but
But who
that's what I was
knows?
doing when I was
Maybe you would
15.
catch on.
I know, take me back. Just kidding, please don't.
Yeah, no, I you could not pay me to relive like middle school, especially, but no, not even high school, honestly. Like, which is like a whole nother thing. Like, I feel like no like queer person peaked in high school. Like,
No,
it's just impossible. Like,
I feel like you peak way like in your mid-20s. That's what I'm hoping at least because I'm about to get there and I feel like I'm getting closer. I sure do hope that's it. If I peaked already, y'all, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I know that would be so sad. I mean, like, I don't want to be one of those bitches that's like, I mean, I always want my peak to be like where I'm living, like what I'm doing at the time. Like, of fucking course.
No,
But like, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, mid 20s, like to late, just like your 20s, like when you're actually established and like you're still hot, got your young skin, like
right.
that's like peak for a queer person, I feel like, you know? But
I hope
high
so.
school, no, that was probably like my worst.
Mhm. I was so ugly. So ugly. And I went to an art school, so there was no sort of it was great cuz everybody could just do whatever they wanted. But like I didn't have any sort of social convention that kept me from being like as ugly as possible. You know what I mean? Like I could do whatever I wanted and so I did it and as great as it is to express yourself, I would have liked to have expressed myself just a little bit less.
Mhm. See, I will say, like, I feel like not to condone bullying or anything, but that definitely stopped me from doing some things that I would have been embarrassed about now because I was already worried about
Right.
people like perceiving it the wrong way. You know, I just like saved
Right.
myself some secondhand embarrassment, I guess. Not even
Exactly.
secondhand, it would be literally firsthand.
Straight
So
up embarrassment,
yeah.
yeah. Well, that's good for you though.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you,
yeah,
bullies.
don't take me back to that. Anyway, I mean, I guess if I had 1,000,000 followers on no, 100,000,000. How many does she have? I don't know, too fucking many. 100,000,000 followers on TikTok. I would probably think everything was about me too. But it's just like, check it, babe. You know?
Yeah. And I wonder like how long this like clout for like these TikTok people are gonna like last. Like, you know?
15 minutes. I truly like the thing about it is so I mean Charlie can dance, right? But she can't dance any more than a lot of other people can dance, right? So at least she has a talent. But all these other people that she's friends with who are just like famous for being just like I don't know, like attractive people, they're not going to be able to ride this much further. Like they're going to run out of stuff when their audience gets tired of them. Everybody has their 15 minutes. I'm waiting for mine, but
Yeah. And it's so
I don't think this
weird.
is going to last.
It's so weird. I feel like we're living in such like a weird time where like it's so like not easy, but it is easy to become like a public figure. But it's like a
Right.
whole we're gonna have to come up with like a whole nother like class for like that specific type of fame. You know, because it's like
You,
if I walked on the street and asked like the only one I really know is Charlie and Dixie, but like is one of them named
mhm.
Noah? I think. I don't know. But if I were
Sure.
to yeah, exactly. Like we like but anyways, if I were to like
It's
ask
just like
someone on the
all of his
street, they
voice look
wouldn't know.
exactly the same. No.
Yeah, they wouldn't know. So it's like a weird like subgroup of like celebrity like I don't know. Would I like to be a part of
Right.
it? Yes, I would cuz I would love to fucking profit off of it right now. Like that would be amazing.
Right. To profit off of just like doing nothing, but
Yeah.
like being good looking. That would
Yeah.
be awesome.
And that's the thing is like I would be doing like and that's the other thing is like I feel like the general consensus is like most people like at least it maybe it's because we're in like little media conglomerate like hub I don't know but I feel like most people like don't really like them you know like oh my
Oh
gosh
yeah.
I saw Dixie like on Vogue, and all of the comments, like there was not one positive comment. Like they were all just
Right.
like, so this is what Vogue is doing now? Like, I don't know, it's just
Right.
like really profiting off of like 5 minutes of fame, which
Yeah. Well, it's also like their fans are like children, but it's one of those things where it's like you have to think about your audience because Vogue's audience isn't the same audience as Dixie's, right? So of course all
yeah.
the comments are going to be bad because it's people like us who like Vogue and not like 12-year-olds. And 12-year-olds love her for some reason, for whatever she does, for whatever she makes. But like we don't because
Yeah.
we know like I don't know. It is just so it is very odd. Very odd and concerning, but exciting. And if I could do it, I probably would.
Yeah,
But
that's the thing is like
until
I
then,
like yeah, I'll drag them, but like if I was in their shoes, would I be doing the same thing?
yeah, I
Probably.
respect
Like
it.
people who say that they wouldn't, like, come on. Like you would be profiting off this shit, like just as like anyone, as just as they are. So
Just for existing.
I mean, yeah,
Like
get your
all you have
bag,
to do is
girl.
exist.
If I that's literally what I want in life. Like if I could just like live my life and get paid to live my life, like baby, like I'm set for life. Like that's literally like all I want. So I don't know.
Right. Me too. Maybe we'll get there one day. You also have to keep in mind that this kind of I think I struggle with this because I'm a year out of college and so now I think like I'm 5 minutes away from like my grave. Like I feel like I'm so old. And so I really have to keep reminding myself that you don't have to like if you're ever going to be successful and like, you know, be famous just for being yourself, you don't have to do it like when you're 20 something. Like you have the entire rest of your life
Yeah.
to do it. That is something that is so hard for me to remember, especially when you see people who are like 15 years old becoming like the most popular person on an app. It's like,
Yeah.
well, I'm literally a grandma. Like, I literally might as well just quit now.
Literally,
Like,
my time
there's
is
no
over.
point.
Like, might as well like turn into dust like tomorrow. Like,
Exactly.
literally.
Exactly. And that's just not true. Like, it's just not true
I
because
do feel that.
it's just not the real world. Like that's not it's hard to remember, separate like virtual reality from like reality. And that is just it's real, but it's really not at the same time. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
It's
think
hard
it's
to think about.
something super hard to remember. Like, I just feel like social media is really good about like it's great, but like that is definitely like one downside is like because we're like all looking at each other, like we feel like we're not moving like at the same pace and like we're behind and like that our life is over after we're literally like 23. Like, baby, your
Right.
life is just starting. Like, like
Exactly.
you just learned how to
Exactly.
drink. Like yeah. Something to remember,
Yeah,
kids.
it is. Life does not end when you turn 23. But
Oh,
I'm
yes,
gonna
and also
be 24 here in a month. It's our birthdays are soon.
I know. My birthday is literally in like 7 days. That's wild because I'm about to be 21 and I'm like, okay, now I feel like that's like a big milestone, Like, oh
It
my God.
is.
Like I'm about to be like, I feel like that makes me an adult. Crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, it kind of does. There's not much you can't do when you're 21. It kind of just opens up the rest of the world and people just can't tell you no, which
Yeah.
is exciting.
Yes. So I am very glad about that. Speaking of 21, this is like just some random like Hollywood hot garbage, but I feel like it's interesting to like talk about right now just for 5 minutes.
Okay.
But I was noticing that Nikita Dragon, which she's been canceled for a long time. I mean, she's
Right.
a world-class blackfisher. Like we've been through this,
Yeah.
whatever. But she just like
COVID super
posted,
spreader.
yeah, she just posted about like her 21st birthday. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on, like 21st. What? So I Googled and
What?
she's 25. She's 25, but like she was just like, I'm
Oh.
turning 21 in 2021. Like, but she apparently says she's 21 every year. I don't get it. Like that just reads crazy to me. But like,
Yeah,
yeah, like she whole ass like had a 21st birthday party, even though she literally just turned 25. Very
that's
weird.
interesting.
Yeah. And
That's one of those
also,
things where it's like I get the sentiment of the joke, but I also don't get the joke. So
yeah,
like
like
I A for effort, but I don't think that's very funny.
Yeah, exactly. Like, who's laughing? Like, and I was like stalking through the comments because I was like, okay, I need to figure this out. Like, and people were like, "LOL, it's an inside joke. She turns 21 every year." But I'm like, but where's the punchline? Like, I don't like. It's not like I don't get it. I don't know. But also something that I noticed, which this is tea, but under it, like Patrick Starr had commented like, "Oh my gosh, like, wish I could have gone to your birthday or whatever." And I just like so happened to follow like this fashion guy who makes outfits, and he posted like pictures of like an outfit that he made for someone at the party, and then like at the party in the back was Patrick Starr. Like, he commented like, "Oh my gosh, wish I could be there." And she was
Interesting.
like, yeah, and she commented back. She was like, "Oh my gosh, like what happens at the Pussy Palace stays at the Pussy Palace." And then that I saw that first, and then I saw this picture of him actually at the party, and I'm like, "Oh, so like literally, this is what we're doing. We're just
People just out here lying, trying to
like
make sure that they look good, like they're not spreading COVID to everyone that they know. Like LA's
literally."
not the COVID hotspot of everywhere right now, where I can't with people with that kind of privilege. Like it drives me absolutely insane. Like it is cute, like and fine when we're upset because like Kim Kardashian can afford to buy all of these bags that we can't afford, right? That's cute. Shit, that's privilege. Go off, girl. You're rich. I love that for you. Wish I had it, but I don't. The thing that drives me insane though is when people think like, oh, because we have money, like the rules don't apply to us. Like we'll just pay our way out of the issues that we get into. And like if we get sick, we get sick. We don't really care. Like, can you not just do what everybody else is doing? Can you like for two
literally,
seconds? You're
literally,
not that special. You're not that special. You're really not. And especially if you're a TikTok person, you're really not special. You just look good.
yeah.
Check
And
yourself, people.
whole ass like throwing full parties like and shit like that. Like,
Right.
come on, girl.
Don't
And
you
it's
think
like,
I would love to go to a party and shake my ass right now? I would.
no,
I would give
literally.
anything, but nothing.
Yeah, and the thing is like it's also like it's like selfish, but it's also just so like dumb because I'm just like
Oh yeah.
you are a public figure. Like for one, like people are looking at you and like following your actions, but also like you're
Right.
just dumb for thinking that it's not going to leak. Like
Exactly.
people at UNC are getting busted for having parties, baby. Like you're a whole
Oh
public
yeah.
figure. You don't think anyone's gonna take a picture of you? Like, come on. Come
Right.
on.
I saw that for Kendall Jenner's birthday. Um they they had something, I can't remember what it was, where they had too many people and apparently everybody got tested, whatever. But they had some backlash, the Kardashians. So for Kendall Jenner's birthday, there were cards everywhere that were like, take as many pictures as you want, but please don't post them. Oh, that's my phone. All they're saying is like, okay, yeah, so we're gonna do this anyway, but just let's all just decide we're not gonna get caught. I can't. I really can't.
Uh,
I'm just like, you have no empathy and no brains, and you don't care about anybody but yourself. And I hope that that is good enough for you. And I hope you'll be able to make yourself happy enough because that's just all you've got.
yeah. Will we
I'm
ever get
upset.
out of this pandemic? Will we
No,
ever?
probably not. I want to get out of the pandemic though, because I really want to start wearing real clothes. I want to wear real clothes, especially after the shoot that we did last, which was thrifting. If you haven't seen it, go to our website, check it out. It was really good. And I just want to like start styling my clothes again, but I don't have anywhere to be, so I'm just in matching sweatsuits all the time. But
Yeah. Do you not think that your like matching sweatsuit moment's gonna like survive past COVID?
it will, but I would like to like I don't know, wear a jean, but I'm not gonna wear that to sit on my couch. That's for sure because that just seems too restrictive. But I don't know. I have to go to the bank tomorrow. Maybe I'll wear jeans to the bank. That'll be my big outing for the week.
Very exciting. Oh my gosh.
But
Which that's a
speaking
whole other
of,
thing. We're about to, be like official and shit and get like some, like a business card, like which is very fun and
I
exciting.
know it's about time. And I was actually talking to somebody about this the other day, and we've really done everything that we've done in this pandemic, which is kind of impressive. It's like this has been our, people were coming up with hobbies. This has been our pandemic hobby, just casually starting a business, which has been it's been really exciting for sure.
Yeah, I do like forget that because like sometimes I'm like shit, like I wish like, this was happening or like this was happening or like that this was easier. And I'm like, wait, we're like literally doing this amidst a pandemic. Like we started and are still in a pandemic. Like everything that like we have been doing like would have been easier if we did it a year ago, so like
Right.
that just adds on like another layer of like it's okay, like you're in your first business year, like we're in the middle of a
Yeah.
panoramic, like it's
And this pancake, yeah,
in
definitely.
this pandemonium.
Yeah, that's the one. She's the one. Um, okay, so as we wrap up here, I believe it's time for your segment.
Oh
So
my
I will put the little sparkle in here. That's the one editing that I will do.
god. Yes, it's time for Ken's fashion tip of the week, which it's been a lot of weeks, but
Fashion
um
tip for the last 2 months and beyond.
yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna wing it and I'm gonna say athleisure, which is something that you're participating in currently.
Yes.
Athleisure is something that like has been around for a long time, but has really ramped up in like the last year because like Cee Cee was just saying, bitch, who wants to be uncomfortable sitting on their couch for 6 hours? Like
Right.
I still do it because I have nothing better to do and it makes me say but jeans on a couch is not necessary, babe. You can
No.
still look cute in sweats and a hoodie. Exhibit A is Miss Cece right now. I mean, look at her.
Thank you.
She has swag on her hoodie.
I
Like,
do.
how could you not believe her? Like, like it's the full
It's
moment.
literally right here. It's right
Yeah.
here.
And also, like, somehow, like, even though you're literally wearing sweats and a hoodie, like, it somehow still looks like very put together, very nice, very
Oh,
expensive. Like,
yeah.
it's everything. So I definitely recommend looking at matching sets. Try, I mean, I guess there's really no like further guidance on that. Like, just fucking buy a matching set, bitch, and look good at it. Look good while you do
Yeah.
it. That's it.
Yeah. And it's like a great excuse to wear something kind of ridiculous, but it still works. Like, if you're watching this on video, I'm gonna stand up for a second. So it's like fully,
Look at her.
it's ridiculous,
Yes,
but
maybe we
it's
should describe
awesome.
it for just our audio listeners. She's wearing like a
Yes.
white sweatsuit, and it's got like graffiti on it, and like a blue and a green. Super cute. And like I said, it says swag on it. Like, come on.
Yes. And it's like spray graffiti on the leg, on the shoulders, on the arms. It's ridiculous, but it looks good together and it's so comfortable. And
Yeah,
it's like such a statement, even
it is.
though you're
People are
literally
gonna
wearing.
notice it. People are gonna notice it. Like they're gonna see it.
Oh
You look
yeah.
good.
Thanks. I liked this fashion tip of the week. It gave me a little confidence boost. But anyway, so that we're back, everyone. That was our first episode back. And I think we didn't leave a single moment of silence. So I think unedited is gonna be interesting.
Yes. I hope you guys enjoyed us just pouring
Mhm.
our little hearts out. I don't even remember what we talked
Right.
about. I was all a
I don't
blank.
either. Oh my god, it happened so
But I
fast.
hope you guys did.
Yes, and we'll see you next week. For real this time.
Yes, for
We
real this time.
promise that we'll see you next week.
It's
And
out there
goodbye.
in the world, and now we have to do it. So without
Right. Well,
that,
we don't have to do it, but we're gonna try.
you're right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.